Hey everyone, Dane here. Been a little while since I've had a chance to do one of these. I've just been super busy in life, but I recently had a member from the Retro Game Boards hit me up and asked me to do some work for him. My buddy Jay brought a box over and wants me to recap some old systems for him. He wants me to do Game Gear. He wants me to do a really cool PC Engine Duo R. I've not had a chance to work on one of those before, so that's exciting. And he's also going to have me do an X Station for his PlayStation 1, so I'm really looking forward to making videos for all of those. But, I was thinking about it, and, sometimes getting the right parts for your console can be kind of tricky. You may not know how to do it, especially when it comes to things like the Game Gear that has different board revisions, and depending on that board revision, might require a different cap kit. So today I'm going to show you how to open one of those up and determine which cap kit you would need to be able to recap it yourself. So let's get to it. All right, so here we have our Game Gear. Wanted to show you this really cool case that this came in. Back in the day, if you wanted to have your, your handheld console all tricked out, you'd have a sweet carrying case like this. This is really cool. This is a newbie. I've not seen one of these before. Looks like we've got a couple games in there. Let's see if we can't dig out the games. Let's see what we've got to test with here. Boy, they're really in there. Oh, very cool. So we've got Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap. Looking a little worse for the wear, but we'll see if we can't get that to work. And I've not played that before. That's exciting. Looking forward to checking that out. And let's see what else we've got here. Dynamite Heady. Very cool. All right, and here we have our Game Gear. So let's dig that out. Now, when I was talking with Jay, he said that he tried to fire this up recently and it wouldn't turn on. So this is actually going to be more than a cap kit replacement. This is going to actually be a repair job. But I found that usually with these, something happens with the power board. What do we have in? No idea what that is. Japanese. Kind of cool. All right, so first thing you always want to do with one of these, check your battery compartment to make sure that it's not full of corrosion. I have worked on one of these when it's just been full of crud and difficult to work on. This does not look too bad, so that's promising. It looks like we just have some Phillips screws down here and a game bit screw here that we will need to get into. So let me grab my trusty wear a screwdriver kit. We'll get those little ones out of the way first. Look like they're probably Phillips head zeros. Yep, seems like that's going to be it. It's been probably a year since I've worked on a Game Gear. It's kind of cool. But, if you got a Game Gear like this, it's dead or is having issues, and you need to go in and do some work on it, your first inclination might be like, all right, well, let me just hop onto console 5 and grab a cap kit. But if you go to do that, you'll see that there's a couple different variations on there, and you need to know which one you should buy. So your first step is going to have to be cracking open your Game Gear. And it's really not too bad. Again, it's just a handful of screws and a game bit. And yeah, I'm using a Wera Phillips head 0, you can see. And that will be the correct size for these small screws that are down in the sides. Yeah, I have just not had any time to get down to my shop recently. Been real busy with work, and I was in the recording studio with my band recently, and picked up COVID there, which was no fun. So got over that, and of course I wasn't able to get down to my shop while I had COVID, but very, very thankful that I got through that. It was no fun, but my lungs held out, and so I was really happy about that. And yeah, recovered now and trying to get back into the swing of life. All right, so those, there we go. Sometimes you have to just sort of get them loosened up and then dump the thing over. Go. I think think the newbie case there left a little bit of debris on my mat, so I'm just going to set this aside and clean my mat off. Geez, there goes my Hyperflash 32. Guess I'll just leave that there for now. Let's just get this cleaned off. By the way, if you've got one of these soldering mats and you need a way to clean it off quickly and easily, lint roller like this, it is so handy to have in the shop. All right, back to it. So let's get out a game bit, and I think this is the right size. Yeah, looks like it will be. And yeah, I've got one of these Wera ratchet screwdrivers. Really, really handy too. I use this thing all the time. Wera makes really nice tools. All right, so that should be enough to get the back of the Game Gear off. I think. It's been a little while since I've been at one of these. Oh, you know what? Looks like I missed these two set screws here. There we go. All right, there we go. Should be enough to get it. Okay, that'll do it. Let's go ahead and get our screws out of there. Kind of funny, they don't really want to drop out. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to lift this and unplug it, and we can just let those screws stay in there. That's fine. So we're going to unplug our audio board and unplug our power board. There you go. So now you've got the thing apart, and you can see that this is your audio board, and this is your power board. Oh yeah, looks like we had a little dust spider fall out of there too. Would not be the first time I've had a critter fall out one of these old consoles. There we are. There's our screws. Okay. Now, my guess for this, in order to revive it, I'm probably just going to end up replacing this power board. In the past, I have actually tried to replace some of the individual components on there, you know, do a cap replacement and even some of the transistors and stuff, and didn't get anywhere with it. And I've found that just for my time, buying one of the aftermarket power boards is really the way to go. The other nice thing about them is that they run off USB-C power, which is really nice. So I'll probably end up doing that with this. But yeah, so once you have the backside removed, we can start taking a look at the main board. Right there, you can see that we are looking at VA5 Game Gear. And I believe these are all one-chip systems. Pretty sure that's the case. I'm not an expert on the Game Gear. I know enough to you know, get them up and running again, but all right, cool. Well, that is the information we need in order to buy our cap kit. So the next thing we're going to do is jump over and I'll just show you how to do that. All right, so you can see that we are actually at our Console 5 website. So really easy to find what you're looking for. You want to go to console and handheld cap kits and scroll down. We are looking for Sega products, and right there we have a Sega game. Click on that, then you can see that there are different cap kits here. And this is a VA5, so we're going to need this one here. This is a Sega Game Gear cap kit for VA5 and Majesco main sound power. This is the one that we want here. So we're going to add that to the cart, and then we're going to buy it. All right, so now we've got the cap kit on the way, but the caps that we're going to be replacing are on the main board here, and they're shaped a little bit different on these. It's kind of cool. So these little square blocks there, those are actually all of the capacitors board there. And if you kind of look down in there, you can even see the sort of cylindrical shape that lays down inside there, but that just keeps everything nice and compact. So these are also pretty easy to remove. So let's just go ahead and pull that main board now. Again, you're just going to be using your Phillips head. If you don't have any of these curved tweezers, really handy for doing stuff like this. So we're just going to go around and hit all of these screws that are around the perimeter. Pretty straightforward. Now you don't want to hit these screws here. Those are holding the back of the backlight in place. I mean, unless you are planning to do a screen mod, which I've not had a chance to do one of those yet, and I would really like to do one on my own personal Game Gear. I just not gotten around to that yet. Right, so trying to see if there's anything else holding us in here. It's been a little while since I've done this. I'm trying to remember if we need to pull these big screws here. We're going to try it and see what happens. That's a lot of it with this, is just, you know, when you're working on these, you just got to be mindful, pay attention to what you're doing, and figure it out as you go sometimes. And of course, watching videos like these, or some of the other awesome modding YouTubers out there, can really help you when it comes to working on your own electronics. All right, there we go. So there's our main board, looking a little cobwebby. I think we'll go hit that with the air duster and get that cleaned off. Be right back. All right, so I pulled the camera in a bit here. I did hit this with the air duster, got a lot of the dust off the screen. We're just doing a cursory cleaning right now. Going to use a little bit of alcohol to finish getting the rest of those cobwebs off there. Let's get all that stuff off the board. Oh yeah, that's much better. So that is how you get your main board out of your Game Gear case. You know, really pretty easy to do. Actually, I'm not going to place that back in there now because I need to clean that out there too. But yeah, that is really all you're going to need to know to get your correct pieces for your Game Gear ordered so you can do your cap replacement. I'm waiting on those, so this is just going to be the first part, how to order the right stuff. And yeah, next time we will get into replacing the caps on this and replacing the power board to see if we can't actually bring this Game Gear back to life. Yeah, it's just a quick one today. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed yourself, you know, learned something new, how to order the correct cap kit for your Game Gear, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe and all that stuff. I've even recently set up a Buy Me a Coffee and a Patreon if you're interested. Any of that support would be a huge help to me. It just lets me keep making content for the channel. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Hope you learned something, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.